number of oscillations per second. Heart pumps the blood to the different body organs.
Both statements aren't true, it is always true.
Hi Swallows, how are you? This is Preethi Swallow from 10th standard TSWRSG Kanjara, Nizamabad. First of all, I am very thankful to our beloved Secretary Sir R.S. Praveen Kumar Garu to given this golden opportunity for me. Friends, my subject is Maths. I am going to teach polynomials. Friends, my subject is Maths. I am going to teach polynomials. Friends, do you know polynomials? Yes, you are right. Polynomial means, friends, polynomial means an algebraic expressions and algebraic expressions which involves a variable with non-negative integral powers is called a polynomial. Friends, polynomial means an algebraic expressions which involves a variable with non-negative integral powers is called a polynomial. For example of polynomial, here 2x square plus 3x plus 7 plus 5. It is an example of polynomial. Friends, and we can take another examples like 7x square plus 5x plus 3. It is also one of a example of polynomials. Friends, now I am going to tell these polynomials in PowerPoint presentation. Friends, see in that polynomial means an algebraic expressions which involves a variable with non-negative integral powers is called a polynomial. For example, 2x square plus 3x. It is an polynomial. Next friends, according to my knowledge, I know some scientists who have developed a polynomials. They are Babylonius and Nicholas. Friends, in polynomials, we have a monomial, binomial and trinomial. Friends, in polynomial, we have a monomial, binomial and trinomial. Friends, do you know what is monomial? Yes, you are right. Monomial means a polynomial which contains a single term is called a monomial. Friends, monomial means A polynomial which contains single term is called a monomial. For example of monomial, friends, for example of monomial, 2x, it is a monomial because here there is a single term, so it is called as a monomial. And we can take another examples like 7x, 8x and etc. because these two examples also containing a single term, so it is called as a monomial. Friends, next we are going to discuss about binomial. Binomial means a polynomial which contains two terms is called a binomial. Friends, binomial means a polynomial which contains two terms is called a binomial. For example of binomial, 2x square plus 3x. It is an example of binomial because if we observe this example, in this example we have two terms here. First term is 2x square and second term is 3x. So it is called as a binomial. Friends, and now I am going to take one more example of binomial. So friends, see here 3x square plus 7x. It is also one kind of example of binomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about trinomial. Friends, trinomial means a polynomial which contains three terms is called a trinomial. Trinomial means a polynomial which contains three terms is called a trinomial. For example of trinomial, example 7x square plus 6x plus 2x. Friends, if we see this example, in this example there are three terms. First term is 7x square and second term is 6x and third term is 2x. So it is called as a trinomial. And we can take one more example like 2x square plus 9x plus 8x. It is also one of the example of trinomial. Friends, if you see this chart, in this chart we have a monomial, binomial and trinomial. Friends, the example of monomial is 3x square and 2x square and 2x. Friends, if we see binomial, the example of binomial is 3x square plus 2x and 5x square plus 3x. Friends, if we see trinomial, the trinomial example is 5x square plus 3x plus 2x. It is the example of trinomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about degree of the polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about degree of the polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about degree of the polynomial. Friends, do you know what is degree of a polynomial? Yes, you are right. The highest power of a variable, the highest power of a variable in a polynomial is called a degree of polynomial. For example of degree of the polynomial, here 2x square plus 3y cube plus 5x power 6. Friends, if you observe this polynomial, in this polynomial, the first term degree is 2 and second term degree is 3 and third term degree is 6. Among these all degrees, the highest degree is 6. So, it is called as a degree of polynomial. Friends, so it is called as a degree of polynomial. So, here degree is 6. Now, we are going to see this degree of a polynomial in this PowerPoint presentation. Here, degree of a polynomial means the highest power of a variable in a polynomial is called a degree of polynomial. For example, 5x cube plus 3x square plus 7x power 5. In this polynomial, if we observe the powers, the first term power is 3 and second term power is 2 and third term power is 5. Among these all powers, the highest degree is 5. So, it is called as a degree of polynomial. Friends, so it is called as a degree of polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about types of polynomials. Friends, now we are going to discuss about types of polynomials. Friends, now we are going to discuss about types of polynomials. Types of polynomials. Types of polynomials. Friends, in types of polynomials, we have a linear polynomial, and quadratic polynomial, and cubic polynomial, and zero polynomial, Last one is constant polynomial. Friends, first of all, we are going to discuss about linear polynomial. Friends, do you know what is linear polynomial? Yes, you are right. Linear polynomial means a polynomial whose degree is 1 is called a linear polynomial. Linear polynomial means a polynomial whose degree is 1 is called a linear polynomial. The general form of a linear polynomial is linear polynomial is ax plus b. It is a general form of linear polynomial. Friends, for example of linear polynomial, 7x plus 2. It is a linear polynomial, and now we are going to see this linear polynomial in this PowerPoint presentation. Friends, here it is a linear polynomial. A polynomial whose degree is 1 is called a linear polynomial. The general form of a linear polynomial is ax plus b. For example, here 3x plus 2. It is an example of linear polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial means a polynomial whose degree is 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. A polynomial whose degree is 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. For the general form of a quadratic polynomial is general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Friends, this is the general form of quadratic polynomial. For example of quadratic polynomial, 7x square plus 3x plus 8. It is an example of quadratic polynomial. If you observe this polynomial, in this polynomial the degree is 2. So it is called as a quadratic polynomial. According to quadratic polynomial, a polynomial whose degree is 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about cubic polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about cubic polynomial. Friends, cubic polynomial means a polynomial whose degree is 3 is called a cubic polynomial. A polynomial whose degree is 3 is called a cubic polynomial. The general form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. This is a general form of cubic polynomial. For example of cubic polynomial, 7x cube plus 9x square plus 8x plus 2. Friends, if you observe this polynomial, in this polynomial the degree is 3, so it is called as a cubic polynomial. According to cubic polynomial, a polynomial whose degree is 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Friends, now I am going to show this cubic polynomial in this PowerPoint presentation. Friends, if you see this, cubic polynomial means a polynomial whose degree is 3 is called a cubic polynomial. The general form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. It is a general form of cubic polynomial. For example, 3x cube plus 5x square plus 6x plus 7. If you see this polynomial, in this polynomial the power is 3, so it is called as a cubic polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about zero polynomial. Friends, do you know what is zero polynomial? Yes, you are absolutely correct. Zero polynomial means if all its coefficients are zeros, are zeros in a polynomial is called a zero polynomial. For example, friends, 0x cube plus 0x square plus 0x. Friends, if you observe this zero polynomial, in this zero polynomial we have all coefficients are zeros. So it is called as a zero polynomial. Friends, now I am going to show this zero polynomial in this PowerPoint presentation. Friends, if you see here, zero polynomial means if all the coefficients are zeros in a polynomial is called a zero polynomial. For example, 0x cube plus 0x square plus 0x. In this polynomial, here all coefficients are zeros, so it is called as a zero polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about constant polynomial. Friends, Now we are going to discuss about constant polynomial. Constant polynomial is nothing but a polynomial whose degree is 0 is called a constant polynomial. Constant polynomial is nothing but a polynomial whose degree is 0 is called a constant polynomial. For example of constant polynomial 5x power 0. It is a constant polynomial. Why? Because here the degree is 0, so it is called as a constant polynomial. And we can take another examples like 3x power 0 and 2x power 0. These are all the examples of constant polynomials. Friends, now I am going to show this constant polynomial in this PowerPoint presentation. Okay friends, constant polynomial is a polynomial whose degree is 0 is called a constant polynomial. Friends, now I am going to show this chart. Friends, if you observe this chart, in this chart we have a types of polynomials. Friends, these are types of polynomials. In types of polynomials, we have a linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial and zero polynomial and constant polynomial. Friends, here linear polynomial general form is ax plus b, and here quadratic polynomial general form is ax square plus bx plus c. Cubic polynomial general form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus g. Here zero polynomial means, for example, 0x square plus 0x plus 0. In this polynomial, here all coefficients are zeros, so it is called as a zero polynomial. Next, constant polynomial. Constant polynomial example is 5x power 0. Friends, now we are going to discuss about zeros of the polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about zeros of the polynomial. Friends, now we are going to discuss about zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial. Friends, do you know what is zeros of the polynomial? Yes, you are right. Zeros of a polynomial means the value of x at p of x value is 0. Zeros of the polynomial means the value of x at p of x value is 0. At p of x value is 0 is called as zeros of the polynomial. Friends, now I am going to take one example of zeros of the polynomial. One example of zeros of the polynomial. Here px is equals to x minus 5. Friends, here x minus 5 equals to 0. Here I am taking a 0 because now we are going to find zeros of the polynomial. So here x minus 5 equals to 0. When minus 5 will come this side, it will become a plus 5. So x is equals to 5. Now in p of x place, I am going to substitute a value 5. So here 5 and x place we are going to take a value 5. So here 5 minus 5 equals to 0. It is an zeros of the polynomial. It is a zeros of the polynomial. It is a zeros of the polynomial. Friends, now I am going to show this zeros of the polynomial in PowerPoint presentation. Friends, if you see here zeros of the polynomial means the value of x at p of x value is 0 is called a zeros of the polynomial. For example, here p of x is equals to 5. When x minus 5 is equals to 0, here I am taking a 0 because I am going to find a zeros of the polynomial. Now minus 5 will come this side, means it will becomes a plus 5. So x is equals to 5. It is a zeros of the polynomial for px. Friends, now I am going to tell graphical representation of a zeros of quadratic polynomial. Friends, now I am going to tell graphical representation of a representation of a zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Graphical representation of a zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Friends, before going to tell about this, I want to tell one thing. In 1637, a scientist, René Descartes, developed a graphical method in polynomials to finding a polynomial equations. Friends, now I am going to take one equation to represent a zeros of quadratic polynomial. Here I am taking y is equals to x square minus 3x minus 4. Friends, this is a quadratic equation. By this we are going to find a quadratic polynomial of a zeros polynomial. So here x square minus 3x minus 4. It is a quadratic equation. By factorization of this equation, we will get a zeros of the polynomial. Friends, here if we see this equation, here x square coefficient is 1. Here x square quotient is 1. Here minus 4 is a constant. So 1 into minus 4 will become a minus 4. So here by adding 1 and minus 4, we will get a minus 3. Minus 3 is a quotient of x. So here x square, here instead of taking minus 3x, I am going to take this plus 1 value. So here plus 1x minus 4x minus 4. In this I am going to take this as a one term and this as one term. So here in this term I am taking x as a common. In this term I am taking x as a common. So here remaining x will be left out. So here x plus 1, and already this x becomes a common. So in this term now I am going to take minus 4 as a common. So here x, to get a minus value here, I am going to take a plus value here. Already we got it a minus 4 as a common. So 4 will goes once. So x plus 1. X plus 1 is common. So we are taking 1 x plus 1. Now here remaining is x minus 4. So x minus 4. Here friends, x plus 1 equals to 0. Here I am taking a 0 because of I am going to find zeros of the polynomial. Now x is equals to minus 1. When plus 1 will come this side, it will become a minus 1.